Here's my audience for my persuasive speech. And the cameraman. Americans live such a simple lifestyle nowadays that nearly everything is not done by hand anymore. Instead, it is rather done with the help of a machine. A good example of this is the now riding lawnmowers instead of the push mowers, or the automatic vacuum instead of the one that previously required a human to operate. This may seem beneficial and convenient to us, however it is leading us to become one of the most physically inactive people in the world. Today, I want to influence you to get motivated and to start a routine exercise program today. I've completed research on the benefits of a routine exercise program, and as a fellow college student, I understand how easy it is to be busy with other stuff, including homework or family or friends. However, it is possible for you to pick up a routine exercise program as well. Today, I want you to see the current lackadaisical ways that many of us are living by, and I want you to change this by adding a routine exercise program that will benefit both our physical and mental health and well-being. I will start with the unhealthy lifestyles that many of us are living by. Americans are risking their lives by living passive lifestyles. Lindsay Edico for Time magazine states that Americans collectively look at their phones nearly 8 billion times per day. This can be broken down further, and Americans on average look at their phones nearly 4 to 6 times per day. This applies to all ages, including every age range. The biggest group is the age range of 18 through 24, which look at their phones nearly 74 times per day, compared to the age range of 25 to 34-year-olds who look at their phones nearly 50 times per day. This means that this statistic applies to nearly everybody in this class. How many of you feel like this applies to you? Stony Brook University, in their article, The Dangers of Fast Food, state that children are getting so wrapped up in technology that they are no longer getting any physical activity. Before, children used to go out and play basketball or play dodgeball with their friends or tag. However, now they are instead in the house all day on the couch playing with their phones or iPads. According to James Levine in Scientific American magazine, a magazine that publishes scientific studies, Americans sit for most of their waking hours, nearly 13 hours a day on average. This is mostly because Americans are now working at desk jobs instead of previously working in the fields or working for labor. Nearly 86% of Americans have a desk job today. And not only this, but when they get home from work, they continue to sit down for the rest of the day. This is because they are either on their phones or they are watching TV, and the average American sits for more than 5 hours to watch TV every night. So when they get home from sitting at work, they go to more sitting on the couch watching TV. Levine states that the lack of movement slows the metabolism, thus reducing the amount of food that is turned into usable energy. This will lead to further fat accumulations in our bodies and lead us to be even more unhealthy. Sitting for more than half the day is shown to approximately double the risk of diabetes and cardiovascular disease in our bodies. Along with the exercise programs, our eating habits are also unhealthy. We consume many fattening foods with no needed nutrients, so these foods are energy dense rather than nutrient dense. These foods can include fast food. Stony Brook University says that fast food is cheap and convenient and contains way more salt and fat than fiber or calcium that we need. We eat so much fast food, and Americans consume between 10 to 20% of their daily energy intake from fast food. This leads to the fact that high-fat diets and bigger portions in combination with the decreased physical activity may play a major role in the upcoming obesity epidemic. This lack of physical activity and eating poorly negatively affects our emotional state as well. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention states that from the years 2009 to 2012, there was 7.6% of Americans 12 and older that suffered from depression. This lack of exercise and eating poorly has a great impact on our psychological well-being and leads to disorders such as depression, eating disorders, distorted body image, and low self-esteem issues. Now that we have looked at the devastating causes of lack of exercise, we will now look at how this can be turned around into a positive one by adding a routine exercise program to your daily lives. The routine exercise programs will improve our health. Anyone and everyone will benefit from this program. Whether you are overweight or normal weight, everyone will benefit. The American Heart Association states that sitting and other sedentary activities can increase the risk of heart problems and other cardiovascular problems. Without any physical activity, the body will not function well. By adding physical activity, you can gain nearly 7 years to your life expectancy. This also does wonders for mental health as well. Regular physical activity can relieve tension, anxiety, depression, and anger. Many people note that after exercise you get a feel-good sensation as well. I have personally experienced this sensation, and after I leave exercising I feel in a much better mood about everything. Many people question what exercises will help them the best. And there are many different kinds to pick from, but they will all benefit. Walking is one of the simplest exercises that we can do, and we do it all the time. The Arthritis Foundation states that walking can improve circulation, strengthen muscles and bones, and include weight loss, as well as many other benefits. There are also many mental health benefits as well, including lightening the mood, slowing mental decline, and lowering Alzheimer's disease, which all come with old age. If walking isn't your exercise of choice, there are many others to choose from. Doug Bennett from livestrong.com, a health and fitness website, gives the main exercises that are available. These exercises include flexibility training, which is the base for all training, including stretching, dynamic strength training such as weightlifting, static strength training, which means contracting a muscle without moving a joint, aerobic exercises such as running or jogging, and circuit training, which means a mixture of all of these. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services states that it is recommended that healthy adults get aerobic activity of moderate exercise at least 150 minutes a week, or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise. It is also recommended that you get strength training exercise 2 times per week. And oftentimes people say that they will not have enough time to fit all these exercises in. However, it is easier to fit these exercises in than you may think. The ways you can do this is by standing instead of sitting at your office job, maybe walking around on your lunch break. You can also park further away from the building that you're going to, so park in the last spot instead of the first spot and walk the rest of the way. This is a big thing for college students because many of us will drive to our building for our class. However, you can walk across campus and that will benefit very much. You could also get up to change the TV channel manually instead of using a remote. You could also walk to places near you, such as places in the neighborhood or the grocery store if it's close to you. And nearly every sedentary activity that we have in our life can be changed around and made into an active one. Now that we have examined the problem of a sedentary life, and I have showed you the solution to that problem, I would like to close with the following statements. We have examined closely the problems of sedentary life that many people live. I urge you to make this solution routinely exercising possible. Take simple steps to take up a healthy lifestyle. I hope this persuaded you to get up and get motivated and incorporate exercise routine into your schedule. By making simple changes, it is possible to turn an inactive life into an active one. And I want you to change this for the future of our body and mind's sake.